Good evening and thanks for trusting KREM 2 News at 5 as your news source on this Saturday. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, let's go straight to our weather center tonight because that's where meteorologist Michelle Boss has been tracking this most recent round of severe weather. Michelle, as we head into tonight, what are the main concerns if people have any plans?
The main concerns are for areas Spokane and area southward is those wet roads are going to turn to ice as temperatures fall below freezing. We've seen temperatures in the mid-30s this afternoon, so the roads have been pretty good, especially the areas that have been plowed and the areas that have seen several hours of rainfall. But again, those roads are going to turn icy overnight. So let's take a look at satellite and radar and see what we've got out there. We do still have some snow falling areas north of Spokane, but from about Highway 2 and even Deer Park on southward, it's mostly been rain over the last several hours. We'll kind of zoom in here. Even Deer Park was reporting some rain over the last hour. Obviously rain along I-90, rain in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Places like Sandpoint have stayed all snow throughout the day. The areas shaded in pink are winter storm warnings that will continue through 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and there's a look at some additional snowfall totals, anywhere from 1 to 3 additional inches for this evening and overnight. Winter weather advisory across the central Panhandle Mountains. That includes Lookout and 4th of July Pass, looking at additional up to 2 inches of snow there. But look at temperatures right now, 36 in Spokane, 33 in Coeur d'Alene. Lots of rain, lots of melting, lots of compacting of that snow that fell earlier this morning. Temperatures near 40 degrees in Lewiston, 51 degrees in Walla Walla, along with some gusty winds there. We'll look for a chance of rain this evening and then mostly cloudy skies overnight. Luckily, temperatures won't be falling too rapidly this evening, so the road should be okay this evening, but certainly tomorrow morning they could turn icy. We're looking at temperatures above freezing tomorrow, just a slight chance of additional rain and snow, drying out for next week, and it is going to get chilly.
Michelle, thank you so much. Now, this new round of snow is also playing a key part in several widespread outages tonight. So here's where we stand at this hour. Let's start off with Avista. At this time, there are currently about 39 active outages impacting about 801 customers. That's actually down from 6,738 that was reported earlier today. Now, as we move on over to Inland Power, it is seeing a total of 2,500 at 86 outages at this time. That's about 5.7% of their overall customers. And now that the snow is here, it's been a waiting game for plows to be able to get through, especially in some of those residential neighborhoods that have been buried in the snow. The city of Spokane declared a full city plow around 11 o'clock this morning. Take a look at your screen right now. This city plow map is incredibly useful. You can actually tell when your neighborhood is being monitored and then about to be plowed. Now, a couple things to note with this. Crews will be working on about 2,200 lane miles of streets, so a lot to get through. With the call to action, crews will be working 24/7, so you could see a crew in your neighborhood at just about any hour. It's a lot to get through and could take about 3 days to complete. This map also showcases a few different colors, sharing what crews have tackled so far. Green shows what areas are done. The color blue is for areas that crews are currently working on, and red means that's coming up next. Now, if you want to see the map, we'll send a link right to your phone. Text the word MAP to 509-448-2000, and we'll send a link right to you on your phone. Now, there is a lot of information that has been surrounding this winter storm, so we want to break down 3 things you need to know about these conditions. First off, remember that bridges are some of the first parts of the road to freeze because they can be entirely surrounded by the freezing air, so be sure to slow down before bridges to potentially avoid a crash. Next, if you lose power, there are a few simple ways to keep your house warm. Close off rooms to avoid wasting heat. Close the blinds to keep in heat, and stuff towels and cracks under doors to keep the cold out. Now, finally, it's good to carry a few extra items in your car for the winter season. Be sure to restock your vehicle's emergency kit and make sure it has jumper cables, a first aid kit, and a flashlight. In the meantime, if you're heading over the Cascades, be sure to keep an eye on conditions. Snoqualmie Pass is expected to get even more snow. Right now, this time, according to the Washington State Department of Transportation, there are no restrictions on the roadway. At this hour, that roadway has been reported as wet with snow and slush, so be aware of that. And tonight, crews are continuing to repair several sections of its concrete barrier after several crashes on the pass. Now, you might be hearing a lot of weather terms being said, so as part of our commitment to bring you more to every story, we do want to break down the 3 you will be hearing this season. First off is a winter weather advisory. During one of these, you can expect lighter snow, a wintry precipitation like freezing rain and ice pellets, which could then cause slick travel. Next up, we take a look at winter storm watches. During one of these, an incoming storm is expected. Heavy snow, ice, even a blizzard are all possible, so be sure to stay up to date on the latest forecasts and updates to winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings. And finally, there is a winter storm warning, which is where we are at right about now. You can expect a strong storm to impact the area. You can also impact heavy snow and or significant ice. Now, the impacts of a winter storm warning are typically much greater. Well, let's move on right now to other developing news tonight. A man drowned after falling to the Spokane River after he trespassed on the Spokane Police Training Facility. This afternoon, police responded to the man trespassing and walking on the riverbank. Now, according to Spokane Police, they asked the man to leave, which he then allegedly ignored. He then fell into the water. Spokane Police attempted to rescue him with some rope, but didn't jump into the river due to it being against Spokane Police protocol. The man drowned before the fire department arrived. They then recovered his body about an hour later. Well, earlier this week, people started moving into the Catalyst project. That project aims to transition people into permanent housing. Most of them are coming from the I-90 homeless encampment. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun spoke with one person who's soon moving into Catalyst.
People that live here at this homeless encampment by I-90 in Freya have started to move into the Catalyst project. Some people here tell me they've been waiting for this for almost 4 months. After months of work and backlash, Catholic Charities' Catalyst project opens up its doors this week. Lead peer supporter for Jules Helping Hands, Cheryl Brown, says she couldn't be more excited about the Sunset Boulevard project.
It feels so good. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. There's still some bumps in the road, but they're working with us and they're working it out. So I feel like it's going to be successful as long as we all keep working together.
Brown says she refers people from the homeless encampment who she knows will step up for the program. One person who's moving in is Mikhail Klei. He says he's looking forward to a new start.
I know I'm gonna miss this place a little bit, but honestly, I'm just ready, to have access to a shower, warm bed.
More are expected to make the move in the coming weeks, but Julie Garcia with Jules Helping Hands says the recent warnings to clear the camp is hurting their work.
It's actually impeding the work that we're actually doing. Every time they come, we have to stop what we're doing. Our day shuts down, everything shuts down.
The building's expected to house up to 100 people. People who qualify for the Catalyst project will have a room to stay in and then get support to transition into permanent housing.
It's just a safe place to go. It's warm. I'm gonna use it as transition and just, try to get a job and stay working.
Jules Helping Hands hopes to fill up the Catalyst project within a month. Jules Helping Hands says that they'll move about 4 people into the Catalyst project every day, and they hope to increase that number once they start to become more familiar with the intake process. In Spokane, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Nathan, thank you so much. In the meantime, right now, an update tonight from the Department of Commerce about the size of the homeless encampment near I-90 in Freya. The department says the camp's shrinking as they move to permanently close it. They say about 90 people left the camp, and the unoccupied tents marked for removal and disposal, along with any trash left behind. Commerce says their goal is to move everyone to safer and supportive housing.